Hello, can you hear me? Should work now. Hello, can you hear me? Okay. Hello, can hear. Now sounds mute. It should be able to work now. Can you hear me? You can hear me, right? And I'm over here ignoring you. Welcome. That was a little bit of a rough start. I'm glad you're here. Let me push this out of the way. Oh no, don't do that. Okay. All right. Yes. All right. I'm apologizing right now that I haven't been here in 2 weeks. I admit life has gotten crazy and I have not been able to keep up on top of it. But we're back, we're here, and we're ready to do some crafting. At least I am. Bruno, not so much. He wants the pets and he's going to have to wait. I'm sorry, you will have to wait. Don't squint your eyes at me. Okay, well, 2-week break. What are we working on today? Ta-da, the cape. Specifically, I got a whole box of tie tacks. Blank tie tacks, but tie tacks. Because if... Excuse me, sir, I'm talking. Excuse me. All right, so my plan is this thing has to get moved. It has to be worn and it may or may not end up being shipped. So the more portable it is, the better, but it's not a requirement, but will make things nicer. Okay, so this has a cape overlayer with an underlayer. This underlayer will store flat, and then this overlayer cape should be able to store flat the other way. So if I use these tacks instead of the sewing pins like I have things currently on, I will be able to reposition everything and it will be way easier to ship and store. So that is kind of the general plan. I wanted to start with getting the power lines. Now, this would probably be a second thought, but I want to keep, I'm starting with the power lines because the trees, I have all these tiny trees that this power line is significantly taller than. Here, let me pull this one right here. Look at this teeny, 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 tiny tree. You guys can't even see. You guys can see the circle bigger than you can see the tiny tree on it. Here, let me pull the tree off. Looks like a Q-tip, like a booger on a Q-tip next to my power line. This tree's tiny. Nothing wrong with it. It could be just a bush. You know, trees come in different sizes. You guys like my tree? It's helping me understand scale. So I wanted to get the power lines all kind of up and then base the trees off of the size of the power lines. So that's kind of my idea to start. 45th Clown wants to know, what are tie tacks? Tie tacks are those fancy pins on your tie that holds all the different layers together so they're not swishing around or falling forward when you lean forward. So it keeps it attached to your shirt when you lean forward, so it's not getting into stuff. But they're basically pins, pin backs. But tie tack was the easy word to find on Amazon to order them. They have little rubber backs. They look like a little silver flathead pin. And so this pin should be able to just stab right through. All the layers. And let's see that little tiny silver dot right there. Pew. And then on the back it has a little rubber pin, so it's not going to hurt anyone. And then that's what I'm going to attach everything to. So everybody will be repositionable. Yay! That was one of the original ideas that I wanted to go with, and it is working. Nut top, will the power lines have cables connecting? Yes! That is one of the parts that I'm really excited about. But I have to get them kind of attached first. I've been running it through my head. This is not the first time I've run power lines on teeny tiny power cables. Believe it or not. And one time I went with wire, one time I went with black string. I have not decided whether wire or string would be the better option yet. But I think having to make them and get them up there is probably the first priority. I ripped this one out of its base, and it was such a tight fit. I wonder if I can get it back in. Do I have my Dremel? I know exactly where it is. It's right off camera, right in that room right there. I don't think I'm going to pull it out, though. I think, however, I do need a knife. 2 seconds. My stuff got put away. So now it's not out here where I need it. It's okay. I have all my stuffs. Okay. It's such a tight fit, all this little extra fuzz inside of there is making it too tight of a fit. Oh well. All right, let me see. How are my batteries doing? Oh, this is a full battery. We good. Let's warm up our glue gun. And I have to pull out the power lines. Keep thinking of the Goofy movie. We're going to a power line concert in LA. I think those are a little bit too big of power lines. These are the trees. I prepped all these tiny trees, and I think I'm going to do a bigger size, so. Just like I painted all these people, and I think I'm using the smaller size people. Although, if these people are the same size, I'm going to laugh and use them. Okay, these people are like the same size. I think they're just thicker, just ever so slightly thicker. All right, these people are totally getting used. These are the ones we painted with Odin and Jody, and I like how bold and colorful they are. Okay. So I think those people are going to get tie tacks first. I can always order more tie tacks, but I have so many people. I have a couple hundred people that need to go into this town that I am not going to run out of people. All right. Here they are. It's a tiny bag. These are my power lines. I found some more that are a little bit more, they're slightly shorter but have more I know what the word for these little glass things that are supposed to be on the nubs on the tips of the things, and my brain is going completely blank. But it's shorter but has a wider thing, so I think this is going to be fun if I need some more, because it looks like I have a whole little set of those ones. Oh geez, I do have a whole bunch of them. These were the ones that I did last time. Eee, look at those. There is not still wire attached though, thank goodness. Oh geez, I just dumped the bag upside down. Look at these power lines. These ones are way too big. Scales off. I like them, not for this project. So. Back into the miscellaneous bag until it's ready. Okay. And here's the black string from the last time they were strung together. Okay. These are the ones that I want to work on, and they all need to be attached to a pin, and then after I have them attached to a pin, I wanted to stick them on a card so that I could then, for travel purposes, but I do want to put them onto the cape, not necessarily in their final position. Part of me wants them coming over the shoulder because I feel like that'd be so interesting to have the power lines coming over the shoulder, but then also following the road could also be a really good way to go about doing the power lines. Fun problems, right? Okay. Let's start stabbing these together, see how it goes. Welcome, DJ Stumpy. Good evening to you. It's nice and bright in the morning for me. All right, see if I can get these stabbed together. I did not pre-stab the holes. I only glued them and prepped them. Okay, well now it's time to prep the holes. All right. Okay. Okay. Hot glue hot. Hot glue's hot. Nope, hot glue's not hot. Wait for hot glue to get hot. Hi, Bruno. How you doing? Want to come say hi? You do. Let me just push this back a little bit so that I am not blocking camera. There we go. What's wrong, Bruno? All right. Hi, honey. I don't want to stab you. I'm trying to stab this. Alright, well, I prepped glued these. It's not like it stayed, but whatever. Okay. Stab and stab and stab. Lots of stabbing going on. Okay. All right. So a couple weeks ago, because I have not been here for a few weeks, I'm trying to think of where we last left off. It's been a minute. I was able to go to Crocker Con, which was a local con at the Crocker Art Museum near me, and I had a blast. It was really nice. It was the day I went to the hospital for my broken foot. It's still broken. Lovely, right? I got this fashionable boot. Makes it so I can walk. I definitely love it. At that point, we weren't sure if it was broken or not, and I was waiting to hear back about the results, so I was totally running around all over on my foot. Turns out my foot is broken. Like, I snapped a bone, like, severed, not even, like, cracked or fractured. It, like, two separate pieces completely. And, anyways, running around on that all day. My foot was killing me. So now I've since been back to the dentist, the doctors, and got a boot that fits me correctly because the other one I had was not working. Jeez, this one's not going. And I have been trying to stay off my foot ever since as much as I can, which has made things extra hard to get things done in general. Alright, I think if this doesn't go easy, I may end up having to get some heat in here to help things along. Don't want to break it trying to fix it. Oh, geez. Okay, that one's done. So, anyways, I've been hobbling around and trying to make things happen. I'm definitely not on my A game right now. And I realized that I cannot be a superhero because I am just too fragile. If a tiny coffee table took me out the way it did, I don't stand a chance against a bad guy. Whew. It's okay. Ah! Gotta smoosh it, you gotta smoosh it, but you can't break it. And I bent it. No bending it. Oh geez, they changes colors when you bend them, so I have to be a little more careful than I've been. Alright, hot glue's hot. Let's add some tacks to the bottom of this. Pendant can go over there. Ah. Hot glue is one of those things that you have to be careful with, because too much hot glue and it'll affect the way it lays. Not enough hot glue, it'll pop right off. Hot things are hot, sharp things are sharp. Then you smoosh it and you smoosh it and then you smoosh it. So, yeah. Catch that. Okay. Get these. Oops. It's all just a little tedious work, but it makes a big difference in the end. I don't want them leaning. The best that I can. Because for this gag to work, gravity has to be perfect. So they can't be leaning. They have to be straight. Now there's 250 pins in this. Do you think that's going to be enough? It should, but if it's not, I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, after these are all glued, if it becomes an issue, I may go around and stitch it to pull all the edges. Okay, so I have the pin, I have the base washer, and then I have the green grass at the base of this. Right now I'm just kind of leaving them all on top because when I put it on, it just kind of blends a little seamlessly. But if I see that gray washer sticking out, I will go through and either sew or glue down the green around that edge so it is not visible, because we don't want to see that. It will ruin the illusion. Oh, geez. Trying not to break it. Trying. Alright, I'm getting these up because I like to see things as I'm doing them. It gives me encouragement to keep going. Sorry, Bruno. I moved you. What's wrong? Oh, I'm bugging you. I forgot. Sorry. You will remind me. Again. Boy. Let me try this one. love it. Do you guys even see them? They're right here and here, and they're sticking straight at you. It's the little details. Oh, did I hit it? Testing. How about now? I think I may have hit the sound. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Now, let's not get frustrated again because I don't want to break all the things. No breaking the things. Oh, that one was easy. After the last one, I was not expecting that. Okay, I will take the win. Let me just get it glued before it becomes no longer easy. And I regret my life choices up to this point. Okay. No regrets in life choices. That's it. Sounds good. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know. Sorry we got off to a little bit of a rough start going with the sound, and glad we could figure it out. Yeah, I'm still plugged in. Okay. I really like these tie tags. I think this is going to be the greatest solution ever. I think it's exactly what I needed, and it's going to save me a lot of hand stitching, but it may not in the end because I may end up hand stitching some stuff to the okay, let me see. I closed up this hole with glue when I attached the green to this one. Good thing the glue melts. So, hot glue is great. It is not the best glue ever, but oh my gosh, when it is the right glue, it is the right glue. Because there's definitely pros and cons to different adhesives. And one of the major cons to hot glue is the strings and the bulk and the fact that it melts. You'd think that the melt is the whole point of it, it's hot glue, but living in 100-degree weather here in California, Sacramento of all places, hot glue can be a risky business when you're cosplaying, especially if it's like a summer con and you leave your stuff in the car, it will melt. My absolute favorite ruler, this one right here. I've gone through several of these in college. They were not cheap at the time. They aren't cheap, but you know, college things are extra hard. Anyways, I melted a few of those in my car, and it made me so sad because they get warped and then they don't measure correctly, and then they no longer work. Ugh. I am struggling. It is okay. It is part of the craft. You know what? What's this even on? Welcome, Bad Wolf Custom Airbrushing and Decals. Looking good so far. Thank you very much for that. Honestly, this is coming together and it's kind of the worst before better at the moment. Yes, it's stuck. Okay, I will take it, glue it in. And then smoosh it. There we go. Yeah. I am going to have Raul come over sometime this week. I will go live when he comes over. And we're going to figure out the placement and the exact pieces that we want. And then I have to paint the houses in the barn. And then I'm going to hand sew on the roads. But it's kind of all coming together and down on the downhill. We're on the downhill trajectory now. All right, this one, I'm just going to put it to the side because I've bent it a few many times the wrong way. I glued all these circles only to pop them off. Yeah, some are significantly easier than others. It's because these are tapered poles. But it's in, and I won't argue. Okay. And these these shorter ones that I have that are a little bit different, these ones, I feel like they pop a little bit better on the green than the ones that I have. They don't have bases. But one of them oh, they used to have bases. They were actually snapped off of their bases. That sucks. No, it's okay. I don't know if we need that many power lines going through our rural village, universe, town, world. So far, it's just one house and one barn. That's not necessarily how it's going to end up, but that is currently what I have. So I believe I can get the power to them with just these power lines, but I really do like the look of the power lines. And then adding the string between them is going to just really make it super awesome. All right, this one is just... Oh, well, it goes into that one easier. I wish they would click as opposed to just smoosh and then look like they're not really in as good as they should be. But let me just a pinch of glue and a pinch of glue and see if I can make it work. Nope, that made it worse. That made it way worse. I was just trying to smoosh it. Don't breathe too hard on this one. I think it's going to be fine. Yeah, I think I got it. I'm not 100% confident in it, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Power lines, power lines. 2 more. Oh, jeez. Okay, that one wasn't as bad as I thought. Woo, I got it. You know, I should just use all the hot glue strings for my power lines. Ah, they're still attached to me. It's like spider webs. Don't need spider webs for Halloween decorations, that's for sure. So has anybody started decorating for Halloween yet? Because I already have. I know there's the people who get all into decorating for Christmas early, but I am definitely an early Halloween decorator. I got pumpkins out. I have bats everywhere, skulls everywhere. But I like to do it subtly so it looks classy. You know. James, welcome. Hi, James. He says, hi, Felicia. Not sure. Do you have people and automobiles? Yes, James. Yes, we do. We have brightly colored people all over the city. There's little people there. There's a little guy right there. And I have like a bunch of brightly colored people to add. And I have, sorry, let me put that down. I have 4 cars. I have a police car. I have this old Charger. Is it a Charger? No. It is a Dodge. Chrysler. It is a Charger. I knew it. Okay, I was like, I swear that's a Charger. I have a little Charger. I have a work truck. And I have this old little 50s car. I'm just going to call it a Bel Air. And I have a couple cars. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this, but this is the way my brain is thinking right now. I want, since I'm hand stitching these roads on, they're just kind of pinned in place while everything's still kind of figuring out where it goes. I want to put a magnet inside of it, just free floating, so that I could put a magnet on the back of my cars and I can drive them along the road and it will stick. So that's my plan for the cars, is to use magnets. It's not 100% set in stone yet, but that's kind of my thinking. I could still just put pins on the cars and then put them in different places on the road. So it's not the end of the world if the magnets don't happen. But I think it's cool that I could, play, But there are cars, there are little people, and I have to figure out the right scale of trees. So that's kind of like what's on my brain right now, is like making sure that I have the right scale trees. Because I have a bunch of these teeny tiny ones. Like I said, they look like little Q-tips, like booger Q-tips. Which could work for like a row of bushes out front, and I have a ton of them. But I think I'm going to pull out some of the bigger trees and see if I can't get those. Oh, I already have a green thing on this one. What did that green? Oh, geez. This one is the one that doesn't like me that I was putting off. What if I... Does that make it better or worse? Worse. No, it made it better. Okay. There we go. That is shoved in. James, I wanted to call you and ask you, how did the Ren Fair go? Did you end up going on Sunday? I wanted to go, but I just wasn't in the place to be able to walk around all day. I have been struggling staying on my feet, and a Ren Fair is very much a place that you have to be on your feet. But I hope you sold a lot of pins, because you have like the coolest pins. Okay. All right, I do not want to put these back in the bag because I don't want to break them. I want to store them like this. Do I have a card? Actually, what if I stabbed them through my plastic? Or is that just asking for trouble? But look, they work. So you can see, there's the pin back, the pin, the green thing, and now the pole can stay straight up or go whichever direction I need it to go. I really like these trees in here, so I wanted to add these ones to pin backs and these people to pin backs too. Oh, here, this is the floral wire. You guys really, it is, everything's so teeny tiny, and it's a great little world. But this, I don't think, is what I'm going to end up using for power lines now that I have the wire in my hand. Like, I think string is going to be much better of a solution. I'm going to do string. Okay, that was easy. Now for the trees. These trees, the way I got them to stand is I put a little piece of the Ridgeline boning. Ridgeline is a brand name, not necessarily what it's called, but I'm trying to think of the best way to, so you can order it. But the sew-in boning that I made the hoop skirt out of, I use that as the base of my trees, and then put it, the green, I want to call it felt, but it's not felt, it's wool. Wool is the type. It is a woven, not a felted fabric, but a piece of the wool between the base and the tree. I had to give a little clump of hot glue so that there was a base for the tree to stand on, and then I have to attach that then to a pin back. So I have, this is the boning that I was talking about. I have a big old roll of it. And this is a bit bigger of a tree, so I was going to do X's, but I don't know if I need to do X's so much. We'll find out. I'll find out real quick. But see, this is my bag of trees. These trees are all too tiny. I have enough tiny trees. Now I need some big trees. This little tree next to this little tree. I feel like they both work in the universe and they don't work against each other. So, but I think I really need some more bigger trees because I don't have enough big trees that feel like trees next to my power lines, because I want my power lines to kind of feel dainty, not just like the biggest thing in my world. So I have tree. I need to give it a little base. And it's easier to hide round edges versus sharp angles. So I'm going to cut this into a circle-ish shape. Hopefully it's big enough. Oh, I'm glad you had a great time at the Ren Fair, but jewelry collection was not worth bringing, though. Oh, dang. That's okay. At least you still have it. I'm glad, because you have a great jewelry collection. Yeah, I feel very spoiled that I live so close to some really great Ren Fairs, like the Folsom Ren Fair. I'll have to go. Well, when I'm a little less broken, hopefully. Oh, and heads up, I am going to be gone the last 2 weeks of October, because those 10 days, the last 10 days of October, I am going to be working at Broadway Costume Shop. I used to work at Decades Costume Shop, but they no longer exist for the best possible reasons, and I am going to be working over at Broadway Costumes this year. So if you're in the Sacramento area and want some help getting dressed up for Halloween, come say hi, hang out. I will help you pick out a costume. But that's what I'm going to be doing the last 10 days of October, which is kind of like my favorite thing to do in October, is to play dress up with a bunch of people. Let's see if this works. Like you smoosh it, and then you smoosh it, and then you smoosh it. Don't fall over. The bigger tray is a little bit harder to balance. Yeah. Okay. One piece is not going to work. I need to do the full X. These are my little pieces of Ridgeline boning. I'm going to make the little X like you see at the bottom of cartoon Christmas trees. Make sure it's a flat base. A bit of a glue pile on that one. Big trees are definitely more of a challenge to get to stand up, but I think it's going to work out great. Just kind of smoosh it, and then you smoosh it. And then you got to let it cool off. Okay, don't touch it for 2 seconds. Let it dry. Let it dry. What is going on? The glue wasn't dry. Dang nabbit, I moved it too soon. Too soon. Too soon. All right, don't touch it. I put it to the side. Grab a different tree. All right, these trees are great and all. They're little wispy things. Ugh. Really great for what they were used for. But I want... Ooh, here we go. I want some of these more interesting trees. I love how I have so many different options. Look at this guy. Look at him. And I have a grandmother willow. We have to use a grandmother willow. Yeah, I need some of these bigger trees. All right. Make a few little X's for them. Oh, I just saw the new Beetlejuice movie, and I am obsessed. Obsessed. I won't do... I was going to say, I won't do any spoilers, but I have a piece for a Halloween costume. I'll tell you guys about it next week, okay? Because I have it in a bag. It's not here. It's supposed to be in this project bag, but it's not in this project bag. This project bag's empty. But I am going to be doing a Halloween costume from that movie. And I absolutely love it. Like, I am so excited. It was good. If you have not seen it yet, I highly recommend it. And I'm glad I got to see it in theaters with cool people. I had a blast. You smoosh it, and then you smoosh it, and then you smoosh it. All right, I have an X. Let me get some AstroTurf. I know it's not real AstroTurf, but let me get... this. I love how Whoville this tree looks. Okay. Wonder if I cut off this pointy end, that'll give me a more that just flung a flatter base to glue down. Give a big old pile here. It's really important that these lay completely flat so that they poke straight up, so that when I put them onto here, they stab straight out. This one's really big, and I absolutely love it. Yeah. I think I really did need some bigger trees. All right, this one's glued down. Now I'm going to add 2 pins to it instead of just 1. Because if I just do 1, it's going to be all anchored in that center spot. But if I do 2 on either side, that thing, it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to... Don't put this thing near an electrical outlet. Jeez. All right. Yes, doing 2 was the right choice. If I did 1, it would have leaned. But doing 2, isn't it so pretty? I love how it has this pretty lining. But I stabbed right through the lining, and it's stabbing straight out. It's not leaning to either way. Gravity works. Yes. All right. I think this guy also gets 2. I'm not going to stick too many things on here because I want to leave it open to interpretation, but I want to make sure this works, so I'm going to stab it on there. What am I saying? I love playing. What can you guys see? Let's try over here with... I'm glad I tested this one because I actually think this one needs 4. Because when I did it either side, there was still a bit of a wiggle lean to it, so I don't think it needs 4. 3 probably will be enough because the bottom one gravity. But I'm glad I tested it. I have to make sure this is fully dry before I start sticking it on there because I don't want to ruin the wool. Round 2, let's try this again. Part of me is like, oh no, is it leaning? It's not. It's actually sticking straight out. You guys see? Boink, straight out. It looks so funny. But that's the whole point. Okay, let me get some more of these big trees. Oh my gosh, so many hot glued strings. Okay. I don't know if this one needs an X. I like this tree. Ooh, this one has some dark green in it. I'm gonna go for this tree. This is a fun tree. Did you guys notice that I topped my tree with a tiny tree? I decorated my tree in trees, but you probably can't hardly see because all the trees blend right in. But there's trees on my tree. Okay, I definitely want these 4 trees. These are interesting. Like they could all be in a bouquet together and it would be beautiful. So I like the different shades of green because it gives it the biodiversity this world is desperately in need of. Just hello, Ralph Mork. Welcome. Welcome to our stream. We are live today. I'm glad you can make it. I have the things that I need. Okay. I hate cutting things like this with these scissors because part of me is like, oh no, these scissors, they're my fabric scissors. They're really good scissors. But at the same time, these are meant for it. This is what their job is to do. I think I could get 2 out of this. Now my actual fabric scissors, I would never. But these are my Super Duty scissors. Okay. I really like having the flat piece over having the X, but I wonder. Nope, not going to work. Okay, what was I trying? So I stuck the tie tack through the base up this way so I could stab it directly down into here. So I would be pinning it from underneath instead of it being a pin on the top. Does not work like I thought it would, but that's okay. It was worth a try. Definitely worth a try, but not the route I'm going to take. Okay. All right, water hot glue it is. Okay, yes, I definitely like having a flat line over having the X. The X, I feel like it gives me more axes of mounting, but I don't think I really need that many. I think that one in particular is super tall and needed the X, but I think that's going to be the tallest tree in the town. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be my tallest tree. Oh my gosh, these things tickle so much. You guys can't even see the hot glue strings, but they tickle. They tickle. Ah. Okay. All right. I now have a system. Make my little green circle, cut out the center so that I can then stab the tree in. Then I take my little piece of bridgeline boning and nice old glob of hot glue there. Okay. Okay. Let me get these bases all ready before I start adding the pin backs, because then I can't stand them up anymore once the pins are added to them. More boning. this boning has a slight curve to it, like it has a little bit of a curve to it, but the thing is you can iron this flat. You can also just smoosh it flat, and you can also add the curve in it if you need it, if it helps. So, all right, this little dainty piece can go towards being the willow tree's base. I'm kind of excited to get this project done, but I'm going to miss it. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. I kind of love and hate this at the same time. I have like warm hot glue, so it's not like hot glue. So it gives me more of a tacky thing to make a base out of, but it's not as hot, so I can't. It's a double-edged sword. It's okay. It's standing. It's standing very nicely now. Hooray. It works. Who would have thunk? Okay. Yeah, this cup is an abnormally large cup. It doesn't necessarily seem it, but it is. Okay. I'm thinking these may end up needing 2 each. Oh well. If it is, it is, it is, it is. Just needs to be rounded because those edges hide easier. Okay. This one may be difficult. We will see. I don't know if it's gonna work. This one doesn't look very much bigger than these ones, but it has a thicker base and it's a little heavier, so the weight distribution's a little bit off compared to the other one. So it's a little, I don't want it leaning to the side. It needs to go straight up. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think these trees need 2 because 1 is not going to be enough, but 2 should be great. Let's give them a chance. Let's give it a chance. Hey Bruno, you back? And you brought a ball? Look at you. Such a good boy. No, whatever I did, don't do that. Still straight up and down? Good. Yeah. In any project that there is hot glue going on, at the very end, you have to go back through and pick all the little teeny tiny strings off. Like, it is just that finishing step. Like when you're done sewing and you have to go through and check for threads. When you're done gluing, you have to go through and check for hot glue threads. Yeah, the way that these feel, like the weight of them, a double pin makes way more sense than a single pin. Okay. Okay. All right. 1 and 2. Oh, this one's so lightweight. I think I could probably easily get away with doing 1. I'm going to try 1. Let me see how 1 will work on this one. And if it doesn't work, I can pop it off and make a couple and add 2. But I want to see if 1 will work on this tree because it's fairly light compared to the other ones. Let me see if it'll go on nicely. One works, but 2 is better. 2 is better. Because the way that these are hanging on, there's the top one and there's the bottom ones for support. So having 2 really solidifies it. If they're this way, it doesn't make it. If I put them this way, it doesn't really help with the stability. But if I put them this way on their little piece of boning, if it's this way, it gives me no stability. But if it's this way, I wonder. Oh, yeah, nope. So the way I hang it makes a difference. So if I hang it with 1 here, I have to make sure that that's going up upside down. If I hang it this way, it's going to turn on that axis. But I don't have too many trees that I don't mind. Using 2 pins on them. Oh, vampire teeth. Trees, I guess. Look at this teeny tiny tree compared to this teeny tiny tree. So tiny. glue it back to where it was. This one totally popped off. Okay, now it's fixed. But I'm going to put it over here because it's not going back on yet. All right, 1, 2. Are these the ones Jody did or the ones Odin did? I think they're the ones Odin did. These are the ones I did. Yeah. The ones with the green bases, I'm going to attach them to the Titex already. Although... Is his base bigger than this base? It is the same size. I need to grind this down. Hold on. Pull this all out. Maybe. I have so many bits. It, and then lefty loosey. Oh shit. Oh shit. It's okay. I got this. All right, let's give this a try. Oh, I have it set to use the foot pedal, but I don't have the foot pedal plugged in. All right, let's see if this will work. I think there's a reason you're supposed to wear safety glasses. Perfect. I'm gonna turn that off. Okay, what was I doing? All right, so when I cut this off of the little plastic nib, there's a little piece of it still attached, and it made it so it wouldn't lay flat. But now it's flat, and the circle should be the same size as my tie tack. If my tie tack stuck out any little bit, I would 100% put the felt between my person and my tie tack, but this is completely encompassing it, so I think we're gonna go with it. But I stole my battery from that for that, and I have another battery. I have a few batteries over there, but again, having to get up. In that case, I think what I'm going to do is I am going to pop, oh, these people are tinier than his platform. So she would need a base. She would need, these people would need bases. She wouldn't, and I don't think she would. All of these people look like they don't need bases, except for that guy. Oh well, let's get them popped off. I want to get these people with the green bases at least attached, not attached, but on pins. Because I really like the way these turned out, and if they're the same size as those other people, I would like to use these ones. Everybody's flying. Okay. Two, three, four, five. Oh, geez. They're really tricky to pop off. Phew, okay. All of these people, those people without the green bases, they can go there for now. Let me take this. All right, let's give this. Hold on 1 second. Glad I had my safety glasses. It's okay, safety third today. Safety third. Perfect. Okay. I'm using the ceramic tip because I feel like although the sandpaper tips are great and I have a bunch of them, I feel like they actually just like slide around more, where ceramic ones just really come in and do the job that I want. That one went in my eye. This is actually really fun. Oh, here's Mariah. Let me see if I can chop off some of this extra. Alright, that is no bueno. I think it has to get ground off. This is by far the worst nub of all of the nubs. I wonder if I could go like... Alright, she was tricky. It's okay. Everybody else seems to be much easier than that. Oh, but it tickles. The right tool for the job does make it significantly easier, but it's definitely not going to stop me from doing the job without it. Sorry about the sound. Perfect, perfect. Yours is clean. Oh yeah, he's the first guy I did. I was like, wow, that was clean. My eye! Safety glasses are important, people. Especially when you're trying to look really close at what you're doing. Also, using a Dremel, it's not smart for you to wear your hair down like I am, because it is a rotary tool, and if it gets caught in your hair, you're gonna have a bad time. Okay, whew, that was a little dusty, just a little. Let me steal this battery and put it back on. I absolutely love these Ryobi crafting tools. They have made my life significantly easier. Like, I love that they all have the same batteries as my drill. Use this thing a lot. I feel like if you need to have one power tool in your arsenal, it needs to be a drill. Okay, let the hot glue get hot. Pull off some of these spider webs. Yeah. So who's excited for Halloween? It's my absolute favorite holiday, National Dress Up Day here in the United States. I realize that this is a global community and not just a Sacramento, California community, which is really kind of cool, but still. I absolutely love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. It is on a Thursday this year, but Day of the Dead, which is a Mexico holiday that Disney tried to copyright, from what I hear from the drama, is on the following Saturday. So I feel like Day of the Dead after Halloween is the perfect day to do a party. So that's the day that I think I'm going to have a Halloween party. It's not set in stone, but I think it's happening. I think it's going to. All right. Hot glue hot. Hot glue is hot. Let's make sure, put this back so the light stays lit. Stay lit. Okay. And little person on little pin. She's a little. She popped right off. All right, she popped right off. That's because I let the glue get warm. But what if I put the green down? Okay, put a little scrap of the green fabric down on my pen, and now I am cutting all the way around. Now I have a little spot of green grass, just a little green dot. And let's try and get this lady to stick around a little better now. Oh, that looks so much better. Okay. If you can see the tie tack, I am definitely going to have to put a little platform of the felt down before I attach a little person to it. All right, now let's see if my person will walk. Okay. Yeah, she blends in with my leopard print top. I guess it is camouflage. I stuck her in the collar so you could see her tiny dot. Gravity works perfectly as it should. Okay, let me glue down the people that don't need the grass space first. Because they're easier. Like this farmer guy right here. Okay, that's my hair and a glue. I have been shedding like crazy lately. I don't know if it's a change in weather or it's my diet or I have some kind of strange disease, but I have been like shedding like crazy. Just my hair is everywhere. Used to think my hair got everywhere when I was sewing wedding dresses, but I think I was just sensitive to it. Okay. I like to add the plugs as soon as the pins are on. That way they're finished and they have their pieces with them. And it's not like, oh, here's my plugs, here's my things. Okay. I think those are all the people that don't, maybe you. I think you can. Yep, you fit. Like perfectly. There's not much wiggle room though. Oh no. Pop it off real quick. He got slightly off and there's no wiggle room, so it has to be like right on. Let's try this again. There we go. I like that guy. Hot glue strings, they are everywhere. Click, click, click. All right, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Guys, really, I'm working right here and it's just off camera for y'all. Not Top says, this outfit's like the ultimate arts and crafts project. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. It completely fits the style of the person I'm making this for. There's no doubt about that. I'm excited about the way this is turning out, and I love the weird challenges that came along with this weird project. Oh no, what color am I going to paint these tiny people? Oh no, how am I going to get these trees to stand up? Oh no, I have to mount cars onto this, and I love interactive things. Definitely enjoying the weird problems that come along with this project. And how much it reminds me of other projects that I've done in different scales, big and small. So I just glued all my pins to this piece, and now I'm just going to go through, cut them apart, and then cut around them so that they are little green dots. I am going to give it ever so slightly green lips, so I'm not gonna like really try and get at the edge again so that I can, that silver edge won't catch the light, because when this gets photographed, That's the most important part. Granted, you can go in and Photoshop, but I don't want to Photoshop. It needs to be authentically awesome, in my opinion. Yeah. This seems to be a very rural place. I love how many cows there are. And then there's going to be cow pins. And I'm kind of obsessed with all of these accessories because I'm like, huh, I could put these on my clothes that I'm wearing. And wear them like they're the little worry dolls. I've been obsessed with those since I was a little kid, because walking around with dollies, heck yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I got them all. Well, these are my last two. It's so hard. Everything blends in with the scraps. Alright, let's start with little Mariah here, because I think this is my favorite one. I like her little red dress. Odin did a good job on her. There we go. And I am going to promptly put her right on the dress. So great. Yes. Just, yes, it worked. Yes. Okay. I know, you guys can hardly see, but these pin backs are working the way I wanted them. It's always like it works in theory, but then I actually have to do it, and does the way it works in my head work the way gravity in real life works? Today, the answer is yes. It isn't always yes, but today it is. And I'm all about it. I love this little crossing guard. I also have like stop signs and stuff, but those are all questions that will be eventually answered of what I need. Okay, so this guy, he's a little guy, and he's in a red suit with bones painted on it, which is a reference to a suit from a Jacob Collier music video I worked on with this director, In My Bones with Kimbra. Anyways, this is the little suit from that, and I believe Gonzo has one of these that he's worn to like his open mics and stuff, so I absolutely love it, but it gives me Ladybug vibes from Ladybug and Cat Noir. I was that for Halloween a few years ago. Still have the costume. Never wore that one to a con because technically it's not good enough in my opinion. I made it out of a free bodysuit. So not all bodysuits are made the same. Like different lycras and stretch fabrics have look better or worse than others, and I have very strong opinions on those types of things. And I absolutely love the fabric that my Ladybug costume's in, but what I do not like is the neckline. It does not have the right neckline. It has a scoop neckline. Mine has a scoop neckline, and Ladybug's has the high neckline. And I have one that has the right shape, but it wasn't the good fabric and it looked funny, so I went with the one with the wrong neckline, but the better fit. And ultimately for Halloween, that was the right choice. But like, I wouldn't wear it to a con because it's off. Like, it's just off enough that it works for a Halloween costume, but not for, like, the fan in me is a little embarrassed. But I made choices, that's for sure. Okay. One, two, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. Okay. I feel like I have plenty of pieces to play with for now. Need to not lose these people. They were in that, so I didn't lose them. I'm going to transfer these trees into this bag of trees. No, officer, I swear, this is my bag of trees. Ah. This seems like a safer container to hold the things that my finished pins, ready to be pinned on. These bigger trees, my power lines, and my people that are already pins. These can all go in this bin. And then these people will need their bases painted, but I like their color scheme, so I want to use those people if I can. Ah! Okay. Well, I think that's a good stopping point. I think we are at a good spot. Yeah. I have lots of fun people. I have lots of things to pop on. I do need to paint the buildings and glue the buildings together. That is just not even on my radar yet. I wanted more the placement of the buildings and kind of figuring that out. We hot glued it together, but now it's like in a bag ready to be weighed. And then once I have the location, then I'll start painting it. I still may make some adjustments to this vest because I still might want to do my welted pocket holes. They're not actual pockets. They're like little slits for the hands to come out. Or I may end up adding a big sleeve. But I feel like the sleeves and the slats are just distracting, and the model will probably stick her hands right outside of from underneath out of the cape. So there's going to be some discussion still had about the final touches and the finishing things. But now I can get the direction of the last little bits and start finishing it up. And then I'm ready to put this project away. It's going to take a second to get it away, but honestly, if I just spent an afternoon, I probably could get it done. But yeah, we are getting there. We are getting there. Thank you, 45th Clown. saying it's looking really good. I appreciate that. I really, really do. Let me just... It's a little hodgepodgey of a mess at the moment, but I'm glad that you guys can see my vision, and I am so excited. This tree's sticking straight out, but it has a little bit of a shape to it, so it looks droopy. And I'm like, no, it cannot be droopy. Like, even if it's a naturally droopy tree, it needs to droop that way. It needs to droop up so that we're not, so gravity works. Everything works with the right gravity. Otherwise, that's going to be something I'll be bugged about. There are worse problems, but that's the one that I don't want. All right, let me save that battery. This is all garbage. Yep. Okay. We're good. Knocktop says, nice to have you back and hopping around on this project again. Thank you. That means a lot. I know I've been gone for a couple weeks and it was really, really hard, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it today, and I'm really glad that I was able to do today. If you like what I'm doing and you support me and my channel, please, please, please like, subscribe, show me that you care, and it makes a big difference, and I genuinely appreciate it. So I think I'm going to call it a day. James, I absolutely love and adore you. And I'll see you guys next Tuesday for sure. And I have Gonzo coming over to work on this project, and when he comes over, I will go live. It'll be at a random day and time, so just keep an eye out on your notifications for that. But until then, bye-bye.